We're live, my friend. I'm going to tweak your audio down all the way. No, not all the way. Just a little bit. Just say something for me. All right, that sounds good. That sounds good. So let's load up Assassin's Creed 2. And if we can't tweak the audio in this game, that is going to be quite frustrating. Because normally when we're streaming, I will turn the music off completely in the game. And then I'll turn like the character dialogue and the world sounds down to 3 or 4 on the slider, so it's not too loud, but we can still have a conversation. But I don't know if we're going to get that option with Assassin's Creed 2, so let's see. Yeah. That's a good point. It's 2007. People just didn't think about accessibility and all that. And like there was that tweet a couple of days ago. Someone was mocking the user interface of Ubisoft and comparing it to Elden Ring. And yes, I get the joke. Ubisoft does like a big UI and a big HUD, but it's all customized. I mean, they've added customization options in every release of the game. Especially Valhalla's got incredibly fine control over what UI elements you want. So the complaint was kind of a bit cheap. It was like a cheap joke. You know, it didn't really stand up to criticism. And yeah, as people were saying in the comments, it's about accessibility. You know, but if you want to turn the HUD off, turn the HUD off and have that experience. You know, whatever works for you. Mm, yeah, yeah. Mm, yeah, yeah. Mm, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. No, I mean it's not a bad thing to have an opinion on it. I tend to flick around like in the older games. Thinking of Syndicate and Unity, for example, I will tend to turn the HUD off most of the time because I like it and because I've got to that point where I think I've got enough situational awareness. But if I'm doing co-op in Unity, I turn the HUD back on because I like to have the mini map with all the guard positions helping me out. Um, but you think about the newer games like Valhalla will put like a little faint white glow at different points around the edge of the screen to give you that situational awareness if there's a bad guy to the left, to the right, or whatever. Whereas the older games didn't do that. So there are evolutions in how these games can present this information that you need. So yeah, it's all a bit of a silly debate. So yeah. Mm. Until you get used to it, you're absolutely right. Yeah, yeah. Do you know what? You've just reminded me about the puppeteer system. I am going to have a look at the controls because the last time I properly played AC2 was nearly 2 years ago, and I am out of practice. So button one, button zero is armed hand, shift is empty hand, head is E, legs is okay. That's fine. It should be sort of, what's the right word? Intuitive, because we spoke about this, didn't we, on the podcast when we were chatting with Sophia. If you kind of get it into your head that all of your interactions with the head are on E and anything you do with your legs is on spacebar, it should be kind of intuitive, shouldn't it? So should we start a new game and get cracking? All right. Let me. There's a limit to how many characters you can have in the. All right, let's talk AC. That's what I'm going to call my character for this game session. Nice. Here we go. Hold that thought. I'll tell you why. Because over the sound of Desmond's narration, I can't hear you, and I can't tweak the sound in the game. Lucy. Oh, yes. Well, do you know, it's been so long since I've played this and had that intro, and it's just great. It's really nice to be back. You were going to ask me a question, Declan, while Desmond was doing his narration. Oh, God, that would be dire. I think that'd be really terrible, have to say. It's just so bad. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Oh, can't hear Declan. I can tweak that. Just give me 1 sec, Hannah, and I'll bump up Declan's audio in the stream settings. Let's try that. Agreed. I can tweak the sound now. Sorry, mate. I'm going to turn the volume off. It's so annoying that you're going to turn the voice volume down, SFX volume down. Finally. Good. Because if we were going to do this entire stream with the volume at that level, I'd have been deafened. So I'm really pleased about that. Hi, Snicky. Welcome. Yep, you're very welcome just to lurk and do whatever it is you're doing on this fine Sunday afternoon. Hi, Anna, by the way. Sorry, didn't say hello. How are you, Anna? Oh, here we go. Why? There is a lot of walking earlier on, isn't there? Walking and talking. Mm, mm. Hi, Louise. Yeah, the birthday boy, you're right. uh, who is this Desmond guy anyway? Hmm? She's shouting at me because I've walked away from the Animus. All right, I'm coming. It's a weird one, isn't it? That first person setup. Um, yeah, yeah. Hmm. I thought it was all right. Oh, little baby boy. Mi dispiace. Oh, look, little Ezio. We've talked about this on the show, mate. I think it's great. I really do. Because it's teaching you press spacebar. Now this is the bit that does annoy me. It says press little green circle with a leg to move your legs, but unless you've gone into the controls, you don't know which of these buttons is legs. Anyway, on PC it's spacebar. So let's move our legs, and then press red circle with a hand to move your empty hand, which is shift. Move your armed hand. Mm. But isn't it that it's the top of those four buttons that's head, bottom of the four buttons is legs, and so on? Isn't that right? I don't know. I haven't played these games on controller. Right. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, Snicky says she can't hear you or the game. That's concerning. I can hear you fine. Yeah. Anyone else in the chat? Can you hear Declan talking? Because if it's just me, I've not been saying very much in the last 5 minutes, and this is going to be terrible. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Louise can't hear you either. Oh, damn it. That's frustrating. Because this is desktop audio. But we don't need desktop audio. Just say something for me, Declan.
The quick brown fox jumps on the lazy dog.
Sneaky says, I've just been chatting to myself. Oh, man. That's been the worst show ever. But, Declan, hit us one more time with something.
I am awesome. That is something.
Everything, see, all the dials are working for me. Everything looks like it's working, but it isn't, which is really frustrating.
Theirs is not to do or die.
Oh, Louise says she can hear you now.
There we go.
Perfect.
Oh, there he is.
So what was a really terrible stream is now just an average stream. Excellent.
Hey.
We'll
and here's me just...
Bloody hell.
I was just about to quote Charge of the Light Brigade then for fun. But I shan't now.
Right, come on. I'm holding shift to run, but it's not shift, it's right click because it's high profile.
I know it's off topic, but I've only just discovered Charge of the Light Brigade poem thanks to Underworld novel.
Ah.
There's that beautiful voice. Well, it's nice people say that, but apparently I talk too much.
I mean, you're a podcast host, it's part of the job.
Look at this place.
Now, a little secret of our friends. This is my podcast voice. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I hope you're all having a nice day. This is how I read a book to help you sleep. I am now David Attenborough. Or even better, here we have the Wild Desmond, fleeing the clutches of the Animus system. His compadre is actually a traitor. Plot twist.
Spoilers. They really did catch Kristen Bell's likeness, didn't they?
Yes. People would think you're having a funny convo yourself is all.
Yeah,
to be honest, that's how I normally have conversations. I just have a mirror and I talk to myself.
So, I had totally forgotten this. So this is Abstergo in Rome, isn't it? Yes, that's where we are.
Yeah.
And
I would do.
These are all like individual Animus stations.
Yes. We used to just put Declan audiobook when. Well, okay. While we're on stream and this is a tutorial area, let's see if we can get a vote in the chat. So, Assassin's Creed Underworld. Should I do an audio version? I'll read the first page for everybody. Do you think, James?
Go for it.
People are going to listen to this.
You do that. I'm just going to avoid some Abstergo goons.
Okay, so this is chapter 1 of Assassin's Creed Underworld. Should Declan become the next audiobook reader? The assassin, Ethan Fry, was leaning on a crate in the shadows of Covenant Garden Market, almost hidden by the tradesmen's carts. His arms were folded across his chest, chin supported in one hand, the soft voluptuous cowl of his robes covering his head. And as the afternoon dwindled into evening, he stood, silent and still,
Let me handle this, Desmond.
watching and waiting. It was rare for an assassin to rest his chin on his leading hand like that, especially if he was wearing his hidden blade, which Ethan was. The point of this less than an inch from the exposed flesh of his throat. Closer to his elbow was a light but very powerful spring mechanism, designed to deploy the razor-sharp steel. There you go. I'm going to go read The Hobbit next and do an audiobook for you all there.
Very nice, mate. Very nice.
Maybe that could be my next job. See if people hire me as a voice actor.
I thought this card would work.
There's quite a few of the books in the series that don't have audiobook versions. So go for it.
Is there? I may reach out to Ubisoft because it's technically illegal for you to do it without getting the creator's permission. So I might be like, Ubisoft?
Come on.
So, Zveta, I might fall asleep. Oh, I better stop reading.
How did you do that?
I don't want to put people to sleep.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll reach out to Ubisoft and say, look, I know copyright laws and
Always
such, but
something.
What
Can I
was
do an
that
audiobook
Spanish?
reading of
Subject
Assassin's
16?
Creed Underworld?
ECO Audi something?
You do Underworld, I'll
We've
do
been
Unity.
wrong all along. That's why we need to
Perfect.
get
We'll
out of
just
here.
have like a whole
Riddick and the Templars,
episode of just
they're only
us
part of the
doing
problem.
readings of
What do you mean?
books.
I'll explain when we get there.
I did
Yeah,
that with
where?
when I was doing some Unity co-op with Memento Gallery last year. That was quite fun. He said, "Can you just read something so I can get the audio?" So I picked up my Unity novel and started reading. That was good.
Yeah, well then, I think for the next stream, we'll just have a
Oh, so
background
you can grab
game.
people with your
Yes.
unarmed
grabbing
hand, or whatever
someone.
it's called, and then you can beat the shit out of them.
Pretty much. It's one of my favourite
Oh,
mechanics.
jeez, this is awesome. I never even did this last time. Although, how do you parry?
It's usually circle, which would be your right hand, but it's hard to tell when there's not the puppeteer system.
There's no parry. Okay, fine. We'll just skip over that. There must be a
Maybe-
parry.
Maybe you should take a screenshot right now and say Assassin's Creed
Get in.
with Elden Ring style
joke.
hood and see what that.
For your own protection.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I'm being a bit snippy. I got
What I
angry
like-
with Twitter, that's
I'll
why.
tell you what I like about Horizon, which as you know, I'm enjoying very much, is there's a dynamic option for a lot of the HUD elements. So when you're just walking the world, a lot of the HUD disappears. And then when you get into
Oh.
combat, you get your stamina bar, your various extra bits of the HUD. So that's quite a nice way around it.
That's pretty cool. To be honest, I've played that many games,
Thanks for
I
that.
really don't care what you buy.
Shoving the trunk.
I'm there
bouncing
to
around.
punch something
This
and
way.
have fun.
Mm.
So, gonna tell me what's going
When
on now?
I've never once
There was a
played
reason for the escape, Desmond.
Figures.
Sky and I
your
thought,
help.
oof,
For what?
I want to punch
Another
this
treasure hunt
dragon,
through
but I
time?
just need to turn the hood
Abstergo's
off.
gonna replace their apple of Eden.
I'm like,
The
nah,
path
just
your
let's go for
ancestor
it.
found guarantees it. The
And
other
how rude of
assassins,
her to hide him in a
they'll do
trunk
what
like
they
that.
can, where
Yeah.
they can, but
What?
Imagine if all Assassin's Creed games start
We're
with your mum
losing
and
this war,
everything is
Desmond.
popping out of the
the
trunk.
Templars are too powerful.
That could be a
And
thing.
every
Could be
day,
a
more of
nice
us
pattern.
die.
I still don't
So
see how I
where
fit in
is
this
the
picture.
location they've
We're going
driven
to train you. Turn you into one of
Where's
us.
that located?
What? No.
You want
No,
actually
you've
know?
seen me in
To
action.
be
Is
honest,
it still
I'm no good
somewhere
at
in
this,
Rome?
And even if I was, it would take
it
months,
must be if he's been
years
in the
even.
boot all the time. They couldn't
No.
drive him
Not with
too
the
far
Across the
out.
country,
otherwise he'd get
yeah.
Not with
jammed.
the bleeding effect.
But I'm just
And he
one
couldn't
guy.
leave the country
Sometimes
unless
that's all
assassins.
you need.
Well, then again,
that's why you
Basim
fought.
was able to get from
My
the
ancestor.
Yggdrasil device
his
to
name?
America without a
Ezio?
passport,
If you
so
can follow in his footsteps,
Assassins have their
you'll learn
ways.
everything he did, just like he did.
I'm going to have to turn this sound down a bit more because I'm still struggling to hear you over the game. There we go. Let's try that.
Years of training
I'll
absorbed
tell you
in
what,
a
for the
matter of
next
days.
You woke me
live
up
stream
at
for me and
Abstergo
you
and
just
brought
start
me here
reading
just to make
random
me an
stuff to
assassin.
people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Look,
We'll
there's
just,
more to
like,
it
Book
than that,
corner.
but it'll have to wait.
We'll have a book. I'll read some poetry
Okay.
to people. We can read snippets from the
All right,
novels.
I'm in. Tell me what you
Poetry's a
got.
bit highbrow for me.
Really?
I
For
love
sure.
You
poetry.
do
I thought
poetry.
you'd
I'll
be
do
happy
something
about
more
this.
more
Sorry,
lowbrow.
I'm just a little surprised.
I'll read
I
some
spent the whole
Shakespeare
ride
for
over here
everybody.
figuring out how I was
Where's
gonna
the Romeo
convince
and
you to do
Juliet?
this.
Save it. After what those Templar bastards put me
I,
through.
I think Romeo and
Ready?
Juliet must be my
Willing?
most
Able.
addictive book out there.
Thank you.
Oh, she just hugged him.
He likes Desmond. But I never really clicked on, was she an actual traitor or was just Juno being evil?
It's been so long.
Dunno.
7 years. Can you
Wasn't she a
It's
double
like-
agent or
Indeed.
something?
Welcome back.
Triple agent.
So this must
It's one
be
of
the
those many
infamous
unanswered
Subject
questions of the
17.
series.
Desmond Miles.
And
wasn't
now, the best character in the entire
it? I'm sorry,
franchise.
where are my manners? I'm
Sean
Sean
Hastings?
Mr. Hastings.
Or Rebecca?
This is Rebecca
Mr.
Craig.
Hastings.
Nice to meet
To be
you.
honest,
Desmond.
Right, well, it's been
The
lovely chatting.
Rebecca
If you
and
don't
Sean
mind,
are
Desmond,
literally
let's
the
we get
best
straight to
duo
work.
in the
Time is
franchise.
precious. Doubly so these days.
James reads
We've
fanfic.
got everything set up and ready, Lucy.
I can
No,
read
no, no.
fan fiction.
We'll get
No
going.
problem.
Louise,
Here,
Depends
I
Even
on, mind you,
better-
depends on the subject,
a
Louise.
parting gift from Abstergo.
Louise, even better,
The
Jim
memory
reads
core. This is amazing.
Unity,
With their data,
erotic
things are gonna go a lot
fanfiction.
faster.
Oh
I'll get to
my.
work on merging the code.
James reads Unity first tweets.
Hey, as long as we're after the watershed, we can do that. Actually,
We'll
do
just
people,
do
know,
it.
do people even know what the watershed is? Probably not. Anyway,
It's
whatever.
like 9 o'clock, isn't it? And they can't
Yeah.
put like swearing.
Yeah.
I think Britain at one point said you can't put cake adverts before Watershed.
What's all this stuff for?
Because they don't want people to get
Desmond.
fat, so they
Oh, the
started
stuff,
advertising
there's nothing
cakes
special
after
really with this
Watershed.
stuff. It's just the stuff that
Which
keeps our entire
is
operation
daft,
from falling
but it's
apart,
Britain.
really. It requires a great deal of concentration to keep it all moving, so you'll forgive me if I don't have time to play meet and greet.
Sean's in charge of maintaining our knowledge archives. It's like a digital library.
I love
He'll be
Sean's
riding
David. It's
shotgun with
interesting.
me while you're in the Animus. So if you come across anything,
Oh yeah,
of note,
Sean's
people,
sass is
places,
perfect.
events, etc., he'll create database entries you can consult for additional information.
Whereas I've been trying
Yeah,
to.
it's not just
I know it's an
databases,
Assassin's Creed
though. I
Gold,
also
and
provide tactical
I've been
support for
trying
the
to
other
listen to it, but it's
assassins.
so distracting not having a
Once we're
picture
out
there.
Oh, really?
actually doing stuff, risking their
What
lives,
does Anna
little
say?
things like
I
that.
love Sean. His database entries are... Yes. He's
You might
permanently
get-
sarcastic. It's great.
Okay, so we'll need to read Safe for Work Unity fanfic. Now, but can't. We'll have to behave. Louise says we could get community strike, which I don't even know
Hey, listen.
if what one
I
of
just wanted to
community
say
strike
thank you.
is.
And,
I think our channel would get banned. And as we've taken all this time to grow it to 64 subscribers, that might be a bad move. let's
Yeah.
grow a little more first.
no.
I like that.
Going through all that.
Let's grow to
Don't get
100
Templar
and
still
then we'll
exists.
read
Hey.
NSFW.
Between our audio
You're
listeners,
here now,
if
and
we
that's
could
what
get
matters.
100 subscribers, that'd be great.
I
Then we can
think,
retire. We'll be millionaires. Can we talk to Bex?
I think our audio listeners on Anchor
Hey, Desmond.
is
What's up?
Just
because
wondering
surprisingly
what your
it
role is in all this.
doubled
I take care of
in from
My job
2020
to
to
keep her up and
2021, which was wild.
You mean the Animus?
Actually, I
Um,
prefer Animus
when I got a mic,
2.0,
actually.
since
Just
Breed's
load an Anchor
twice
while I'm
as
here.
awesome as anything you'll
The
find
best
at
show
Chicago.
moment is
The
how he
Templars
describes
might
the
have
American
deeper pockets
Revolution
than us, but they've got
from
no
Visions.
ambition,
Oh,
no
hello,
passion,
Visions.
No
Welcome.
competitive edge. That's why.
Sneaky,
with all
I
their
will admit,
resources,
in July
anything
I
they
made this
do
whole
has to
thread
be
up how I
better.
said like, oh,
Faster, too.
after the
Anyway,
events of Fate of
take a seat when you're
Atlantis,
ready, and when we get
Layla will
started,
go join a
I just
team
need
with
to make a
Sean and
few
Rebecca.
more
And I was like,
adjustments.
it's never going to happen. They won't bring Sean and Rebecca back to Valhalla. And then when it happened, I was like, I am a god. I predicted Valhalla. But it was good to have them back.
Are there any other interactions I can do here in the loft space? Or is it just the three? Can I watch the telly? Can I get in the
I think
bed?
it's
Nope.
just the
I
three.
think it's just the three of them, isn't it?
Right, so our audio listeners is 40,000. on
You don't mean
Anchor.
every week, though, right?
No.
Because that would be insane.
Every week it's
Oh, dear.
about 236 a week.
Nice.
And the safe news is they're all from Earth.
Good.
No one's listening from Mercury, Venus, Mars,
So how does this
Jupiter,
work?
Saturn, Uranus, Neptune.
Of course.
Luckily,
Deep
Pluto
breath.
gets a mention in this list because everyone forgets
Oh,
about
what are you,
Pluto.
a tiny
Ah,
child?
Pluto's not a planet, mate.
Sean,
Pluto is a planet. It's a dwarf planet,
here we go.
which is still technically a planet, just small.
Schmoll.
Small. I like how, like, for years, it was a planet, and some physicist or whatever he's called came along and was like, let's make it not a planet.
Because there was no definition of what the word planet actually meant.
But that still baffles my mind, because, like, what does that mean? Why is Pluto not a planet? I don't understand science. Maybe that's where the Isu came from. They came from Pluto. They were just, like, depressed that no one likes their home planet Pluto, so they came to steal Earth.
I just
Fancy
popping
it.
in to say I love this animation as the framework of the Animus building the sort of the VR representation as it builds the world. I think it's great.
To be honest, I don't like it on the Series S. Like, because the Series S.
Sorry, we've got some disagreement in chat. Snicky says, "Don't make me fight you. Pluto is a planet." All right, Snicky.
Snicky's
Let's
on my
engage.
side. Yeah, because the Series S is trying to, like, load things in super fast to the SSD. It makes that really cool animation, but weird 'cause it's trying to blur it in. Hey, it's Ezio. Ezio on the planet.
Oh, time to fight.
I love the start mission.
Let's
It's
see
so
how happy it
hilarious. Why Pluto is not a planet? Let's have a look. the three criteria used to define a full-size planet. Pluto means one it has not cleared its name region. Right, so apparently Pluto meets every criterion planet except one because it has no neighbouring regions of. So it doesn't have a moon, so it's not a planet.
Oh, he's about to get his scar. Yep. Okay. First memory. Boys will be boys. I don't think we say that anymore, but I guess this game was built in 2009, so let's move on. Let's fight Vieri de Pazzi's men.
I always wonder how come that scar just seems to follow Desmond everywhere. Like Altair had it.
Genetic scars.
Is that even real?
No.
You had me going there, James. I thought genetic scars.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh. Right, the Pierre. Yeah, I think it's the same button as grab as your counter, but I don't think you learn that till later on. But
yeah, you just got to get close enough to lock on, and then you can grab them, and then you can punch them in the face.
I think it's lock. You lock onto a target, and then when you're locked on, it gives the option to counter. That's weird.
Oh, you can headbutt. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, and you can knee them. I didn't notice that until... I should be looking at the puppeteer to get all these tips. So if I grab them... Oh, that's brilliant.
Grabbing's a lot of fun. I use it all the time just to throw guards into other guards.
Let me fight them. This is good fun. I want to kick him in the balls. Oh, never mind. Fight's over.
Ah, no.
Oh, Federico.
I think he's just picking them up and wailing on them.
Oh, Federico is the voice actor for Federico is oh jeez, what's his name?
Yeah, I'm not good with voice actors.
I know he's done lots of different roles, and I can't remember his name.
Did I Google?
He was Leonidas in Odyssey.
Ooh. Is it? I love that Leonidas scene in Odyssey.
Why is that? Am I being dense here, right? I'm nearly dead, and I'm surrounded, and I got no way of... Oh, now we've got a cutscene. Maybe I missed it, but a parry would have been handy.
I think I'm still trying to remember how to parry.
Yeah.
I think you've got to lock onto the target, but
how do you lock on?
I can't.
Oh, you're on controller. You know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I'll figure it out.
It's L2 to lock on, and then once you're locked on, you can just start parrying.
Right. No worries. Well, I'm nearly dead, but I guess I survived. So loot must be open hand. Yeah. Okay.
So Leonidas is voiced by Elise. I can't pronounce his last name.
Elias Tufexis.
Yes.
Yes. I think he's Petruccio, the other brother, the one that's over there on the right. Can't remember the names.
Yeah. He is. As Federico in Assassin's Creed 2. What else has he been in?
Federico. Sorry, Petruccio's the little brother, isn't he? With the feathers.
Let's see what he's been in. Just because I like stalking voice actors.
Memory complete.
So he was... apparently he was Ugo in Assassin's Creed 2 as well.
Okay.
Who's Ugo?
Not sure.
Oh, Ugo is a member of the Venetian Thieves Guild, led by Antonio de Magnus.
Right, I've got to follow Federico to the doctor. Hold.
Wow, apparently...
Hang on a minute. It says hold E... Hold head... Oh, high profile. God, blimey, Charlie.
High profile, no problem.
It's just I'll never understand why they didn't just name the buttons as what they are instead of giving them little logos.
Oh yeah, that's one of the
How do I?
things. That's why I was never good at parkour.
Is there?
Um,
There's no controlled descent, is there? In
no, that was a Unity thing only. Which
yeah.
I will die on my hill and state that they should never have added it.
Oh, Vision says you're supposed to get beaten up on that one. The faster you get beat up, the far. Thank you. I was trying my best to beat them back, and actually, I was supposed to fail. Okay,
Ah,
that's close enough.
I did not know that. I ended up beating them all up and beating them. I didn't know that you had to get beat up. Ah. And I put Elise too is great. Yeah, I've just done the Assassin's Creed Wiccan, and apparently he's done various NPCs and Revelations. He was in Unity, Brotherhood. He's pretty much awesome.
Mm.
He's everywhere. I will admit the Plague Doctor outfit has to be one of the best Assassin's Creed type outfits ever.
Mm. Up for a little race then.
Roof of that church.
All right. How bad could it be? I was never a parkour expert anyway. I'm hoping I can just follow the route, not have to think too much.
I'm still not a parkour expert. 15 years and I still can't do parkour.
Baby brother still has much to learn. Come on, Taltaruga.
See, this is one of the parts where I actually fell off the roof and died the first time I played it at Christmas. I forgot the control and I desynced.
It's gotta have your wits about you to keep these controls. Oh, I lost the race. I was supposed to. I desynchronized. To be honest, the thing is, I had to follow him to know where we were going, so I'm not sure how I could have won, but sure, no worries.
It's a hard one to win.
It's weird. Like, you don't know where you're going, so you follow him, but then you lose. Alright. Thanks, game. No worries, I'll do it again.
Come on, Taltaruga.
The game's like, no, bye.
It's almost like you've got to lose once in order to work out where you're going.
Unless you've got a guide in front of you on YouTube.
I won the race.
This way.
Hooray. Yes, Louise. Sobs are incoming. Hold. I just love how they've labelled these. Hold head arrow up and hold legs at the same time. Head arrow up being high profile. Okay.
Well, now I know Visions why it took so long for me to get past that first mission, because I was just wailing on the guys for like 10 minutes.
The beating, it just makes it take longer. Yeah.
I think it took me 20 minutes just to get past that one scene, so you've done it in record time.
Ah, there's brother.
It is a good life we lead, brother.
This is one thing I will actually say Assassin's Creed's always got right. The title scene,
Oh,
intros
gotcha.
are always just perfect. Every game has got them. I think Odyssey's is good as well, and Origins just has to be one of the best. Especially that cutscene in Siwa. Well, not Siwa. Who's
You don't get Origins until you've left Siwa and you arrive in Yamu,
We really should
which is
head
quite a
home.
long. Can be quite a long way. Mind you, so does Odyssey, depending on how you play it. Yeah, it can be quite a long way in.
Ezio.
It's kind of pretty cool though, because it's just like, wow, there's more to explore. I thought I've already started the game.
Yeah. Okay, the next memory is Nightcap. Pay a surprise visit to the beautiful Christina Vespucci. Well,
Oh, there's
if you
this mission
insist,
made me laugh.
press synchronize.
Ezio is definitely a playboy. Hey, a surprise visit.
I'm guessing it's time for a leap of faith, right? High profile and yeah, okay, fine. I am so out of practice with these controls.
The most Doom blind playthroughs after so many years, it's just...
Hannah
Odyssey
says it
is-
took me 6 hours to get to Valhalla's. Oh my word. Yeah.
When is Valhalla's title when you leave Norway?
It is. It's when you finally decide to leave with your brother on the longship and sail to England. Now, the way that I played Valhalla was I wanted to finish Norway, or at least that region that you could finish before leaving. And I think I was in Norway for about 20 hours before I finally left to go to England. So yeah, that title screen was a long time.
And Snicker says, honestly, is once you're off the island. See, this has to be like the littlest niggle I have
Oh
to have
shit,
with
I
Bob.
just nicked some money from someone. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to
Nice.
do a fast walk and I stole some money. I don't really want to be a criminal here, so I'm just gonna be nice.
I think it's hard at Odyssey and Valhalla Visions, because they have pushed that card, especially if you do side quests. But with Valhalla, you don't know if you're gonna come back to Norway at all. So you're like, quick, you need to do that area, and then we'll continue the game. It's kind of a weird thing. If you rush it, it's fine.
Indeed.
Sorry, I'm just laughing. A minute is all I need. Yes, Ezio, sure. That doesn't sound as good as you think it does.
Now, when you first play the games, you're like, oh, Ezio, he's cool. Second time you play the games, like, Ezio, you horn dog, calm the heck down. How did you get anywhere as an assassin with that type of libido?
Oh, I missed a cue to press shift for something. I'm going to miss the hug with Leonardo, aren't I? Guaranteed.
I think the shift's just a kiss, to be honest.
Ah, damn it. Yeah.
It's one of those choice mechanics in the game. Unit is probably my favourite. The leap from top of the Bastille. I love the leap from the top of the Bastille. That was pretty cool. Like, the Bastille looks so daunting and so epic, and then you jump off it, and it's like, this is cool. Now that the fun begins.
Oh, shit. What do I do now? Where have I got to go?
One sec. Oh no, I don't have to.
Being chased by guards, but I have no idea. Have I just got to hide? Yes, I think I have.
Just run.
She needed some help with...
Now, that's not necessary.
I'm mostly innocent.
Ooh. My SSI indicator has got... Oh, that's following me up on the roof. I thought maybe I'd been able to break line of sight. But no.
I see him there.
I didn't even know there was an SSI indicator. That shows how much attention I paid to the HUD.
There's no fast descent here, is there? Oh, jeez.
I still think Unity's parkour peaked too early.
Somewhere between Unity and Syndicate is responsive but also stylish parkour.
That's one of the questions I was going to ask on Twitter tomorrow, but didn't know how to word it. And that was, if Unity and Syndicate had the same parkour from previous games, would everybody be so hard on the newest game's parkour? Because everyone compares the newest parkour to Unity, and it's like, well, if Unity's was never as good, would Origins or Valhalla's parkour be bad? It's a very weird way to say things like...
I think what you're saying is that the parkour from Origins onwards was dramatically simplified. Whether that's bad or not, I mean, you just see me trying to mash the keys to run Ezio around. I never really got the parkour in the early games. I found it strange, but then there are plenty of people that think it's the absolute best, and they're amazing at it. I suppose it's just what you put the time into, isn't it?
It's weird. Is it Malakas who does the YouTube videos of parkour?
She does a lot of Odyssey parkour, yeah.
Well, I watched a lot of hers, and
Something wrong?
that looks a lot like the very older games parkour, but a bit less puppeteery. So it's always like, where's the complaint? Because it looks exactly like the parkour you do with Ezio. But again, I'm not a fan of parkour, so I just want to punch people and hide in the alleys. If like I could mod Xbox, I would dress my assassins up as Batmans, because that's how I like to play.
No, Padre.
Well, on that topic of dressing up as Batman, I've just unlocked a very dark dye for Aloy, so she is now wearing a very dark grey outfit to sort of bring in a bit of that Batman assassin-y feel, because I generally try to play Horizon stealthy as possible. So I figured she needs some dark clothes to blend in.
Yeah, I feel like playing games stealthily just gives this weird rush. You know, like being able to stalk past one of those big Robo T-Rexes, as I nickname them, and stealthily take it down is just so much better than mashing combat. Even though the combat in the first Horizon was really smooth, it just felt better just to stealth them.
Oh, definitely. I've never actually looked in this database before, so I'm going to read this document that's been added. Letter from Giovanni.
Al magnifico Lorenzo di
The
Medici,
letters are
mio
really good in this
protettore
game.
e amico. I have done as requested and completed my investigation into the Milano incident. I can confirm for you that it
This
extends far
beginning
beyond
has a
dissatisfaction with Duca Gagliazzo
I don't think
Sforza's
it
rule.
has, to be honest, but
It is my
it just
belief
shows
that
how
other
far,
parties, desirous of
times
far
changed,
greater
and
gains, manipulated
I know it's
events in
weird.
such
I
a way
think
as to achieve their
it's
goals
weird to look back
without
at
being
Ezio in a different
revealed
light now you're a bit
themselves.
older. Especially looking back at like the lore
Olgiati,
from the old
and
games is always
Visconti are
weird.
guilty of the crime, to be
There'd
sure.
always be compared
And they have
against
met
the
fitting
artworks, but
ends
then
for
no
their
side it's
betrayal.
on manual.
But several other noble
I
families
really
are
have
implicated
no
as
idea
well.
what side
Our
jacks or
own
manual
Francesco
backer
di
jacks are.
Manual backer jacks are. I don't know if I would even have the skill to do them. Surely I can just mash the keys, right? So a back eject is just basically you're on the wall and you just jump off.
I did not even. You can see that if they brought an Assassin's Creed game out with no parkour, I'll probably be the only one who doesn't care.
If you do, we need to find somewhere with. I do miss that controlled descent. It's so cool. If we find a narrow alleyway, would this work? No. You can basically do back ejects and climb much faster because you back eject up and up and up. And it's faster than climbing normally, but you've got to have walls close enough to. We could try this. I don't know if this will work. So if I do back eject,
This is stuff I've never even
eject,
heard of before.
back eject,
And I've
and
been
we've
playing for
climbed
years.
faster than we would climb normally. So that's just high profile and legs to give the commands kind of generically.
Wow, I'm learning something new about parkour that I didn't know about.
The thing is, right, there's no pressure right now, so I can think the controls and do it, but when the guards are chasing me, it all goes to shit.
To be honest, I think I'm
side
probably one of the...
ejects, again, you need... I wonder if we can do... Like, you go... Nope, that's a back eject. That's a side eject. So I wish the camera was just slightly further away so you could see it. So you run up the wall, but then you do high profile and then sort of arrows in the direction you want to go, kind of, with a touch of legs, and I think that's a side eject.
You can tell I'm just like mind blown right now.
But you know, like I said, I can't do this stuff when it matters because it all goes to shit. So it's all theoretical for me.
To be honest, I'm just one of these people, like, I don't want to spend hours and hours on the rooftops. I want to be in the crowd, you know, stabbing the guards from behind, not pouncing on them like a Batman. But
Hey, that's the nice thing about these games. You've got the freedom to choose your approach through the streets, through the crowds, over the rooftops.
I think that's why I don't really knock Valhalla's parkour, because it's like, it's there. You know, you can run up trees.
Oh god, I will knock Valhalla's parkour. It's dire.
I don't know, I don't think it's that bad.
It's... Man. I have opinions.
I think the stance I take on it, and I think it's just the only valid one I've got in my own head, is that there's not a lot of places to parkour, so
That's also
in
true.
those rare moments where you've got to parkour, it's not a problem. Whereas if you're in a one-to-one city like Florence, I would then probably have a more of a negative opinion on the parkour because it would be so prevalent to do it everywhere.
Where are
Whereas in the
we
open
supposed
world,
to be
it's just
going to? Oh, sure, let's fight. I don't care.
right. But maybe that's just me. Just if they removed assassinations and you need all those skills to collect all the feathers. Thank goodness I'm not going anywhere near feathers. I'm trying to do parkour on Xbox and I struggle at it.
This is where we're going. Okay. Let's talk to this guy.
Ah, Ezio, ben trovato. How are you?
That's to be one of the best databases with the
I have a
videos
letter
and
for
points of
Messer
view readings.
Lorenzo.
Yeah. And then
I'll
Vision
see that
says
he
if you hold
receives
left
it
or
when
right, we
he
do a side
returns.
eject. Gotcha.
Returns?
Yeah, I never did all the feathers, I'll be honest with you, Visions. I just collected the few that I spotted. I ain't got time to collect 100 feathers.
To be honest, I got so tired. I got so tired of hunting them. I was like,
Yeah.
I want to go do some fun, not hunt for feathers because I don't know what I'm actually meant to be looking for.
Yeah. I'm kind of done with collectibles, I have to say. Well, just collectibles for the sake of it, I mean.
To be honest, I don't mind Valhalla's. It's very weird because I know there's a lot of collectibles and I'm really not a fan of collectibles. But with the whole not knowing what you're going to find, kind of makes me more interested to explore. Which again is probably not the right way because there is a lot of stuff hidden in the wild.
Mm.
And it is
Yeah.
crazy. I looked at the Valhalla's map the other day because as I told you, no sure for me is the worst.
Who is Shaw? Federico says Shaw for me is the worst. Who is Shaw?
I think it means Sean.
Oh. Oops, I just pickpocketed someone. I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Where am I going? How do I get into this building? I guess I've got to walk around this way.
Ah yes, I know a problem I had playing after 15 years. I forgot where to go. I always forget what I'm actually doing half the time.
Let's go home. Oh, we go to the door. Okay.
You can run up smooth
Keep up the
walls.
good work.
How can you run up smooth walls? That does not sound right.
You worry too much,
Like, again, video game logic, I know, but logically, if you see a smooth wall, you're gonna slide right down it. I'm Declan. I pay too much attention to logic and video games.
Good morning, Gonfaloniere Alberti. To you
Ah,
as well, young man.
Alberto.
Delivered the message.
Si, padre. But it seems Lorenzo is out of
Now
town.
Giovanni Francesca is in
I did
prison.
not anticipate this.
What does it matter?
Nearly broke
So you
something
wait
there.
another
That's not
day or
good.
two.
Listen, your mother and sister have been looking for you. I'll need you again in a little while, but for now...
Oh, you just reminded
see
I
if
need
you
to
can't
watch
tell me.
those
Are you sure?
Yes, now
videos
if you'll excuse
on the
us.
Ezio collection.
Good to see you.
They're
Ezio.
Embers and...
Oh, you must
Um,
watch Embers.
Is it Legacy the first one where you see Giovanni?
It's oh my god, what's it called? Lineage is the sort of
Lineage.
prequel, if you like, and then Embers is the final chapter, shall we say, of Ezio's story. So I've got 3 quests now. I've got Maria, I've got Claudia, salute Claudia, and then where's the other icon pointing? On the roof, maybe. Anyway, we'll figure that out in a minute.
Figure it out eventually, that's how it works.
Shall we talk to Maria or to Claudia first?
I like talking to Maria,
Right, let's go talk to Mama.
because you get to meet one of the coolest side
It is Maria,
characters
right?
in the
Yes, it
entire
is Maria.
franchise.
Yeah.
Buongiorno, Ezio.
Buongiorno a voi, madre. Come state?
Sto
Come
bene.
state?
And you? Still recovering from last night?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course not. Anyway, I have an errand to run. I'd like you to
To be honest,
join
I
me.
think
Come.
but
It's
you
not far
can do it
from
in
here.
Valhalla. I did not know that Visions. To be honest, I rarely parkour in Valhalla. I use it to
I
climb
know
like
about your
mountains
fight,
and
yeah.
stuff, but I just
What fight?
don't see the need in it. And to be honest, I didn't see the need in it in Origins,
Let's
even
not
though
play
like
this game.
there was like at Alexandria and there was a lot of rooms you could
Could not
climb.
allow him to
I
continue.
just thought,
I'm sure he's
why would
having a hard
Bayek
time
climb
dealing
onto a
with the
rooftop?
accusations against his father.
When he's a Magi, aren't
Chess
Magi
with
meant to be
him
one with the
fancies
people?
many things,
Not,
and
sorry
none of
guys,
them
I'm gonna
good.
hang on a rooftop
But
while
even
you're
I
getting
never
bullied.
suspected he'd be capable of
Because it's
murder.
what we do.
What will happen to him?
I imagine there will be a trial.
Will father speak?
We're
at
going.
all?
Oh,
He'll have
yes,
to.
you're going to meet
He's the one with the evidence.
Still,
I always
Wish
think
there
this
was
is the
another
scene
way.
where you've got to hug him,
You've
but it's
nothing
not.
to fear.
Right, I was about to ask you, is this the
Everyone
scene
wants
where I
justice
need to
done.
not miss the hug, or is it
It's
later?
an unfortunate state
It's
of
much.
affairs.
I don't even know when
But
it
will
is. I
pass.
think it's much,
See,
much later.
when I'm playing, right, when there's a cutscene, I tend to take my hand off the keyboard and mouse, and just like give them a shake and rest. But of course, if you do that, you miss the option in these earlier games to get like the hidden interaction. So,
I learned
got to
that
keep my
mistake.
hands on the keyboard.
Here we
There
are.
was a game I once played on, I think it was either the PS2 or just an Xbox, I can't remember. And I didn't realise one of the cutscenes was actually a QTE event.
Hello, Leonardo.
So I took my hands off the controller and I was like, you
This is my
died.
son,
I was
Ezio.
like, what? Why? Oh, it's a QTE moment. Great. Now I hate QTE more.
I'll be right back.
He's very talented.
Imagino.
Meet Leo and
Self-expression
have really
is
fun.
vital to understanding and enjoy
Ah,
life.
Venice.
You should find an outlet.
I haven't got to Venice.
have
No, I have
plenty
got to
of
Venice, I
outlets.
think.
I meant besides vaginas.
Mother.
Back to your house then.
So,
Si,
James,
si.
you have a bit of breathing room to
Ezio,
to
help
remember to
Leonardo,
hug
will
Leo.
you?
Oh,
Venice.
okay. The hug is. Thank you, Luis. The hug is in Venice. Yeah. Sorry, I was listening to the to the conversation in the game, not watching the chat.
He's been working for his father.
I like to watch the chat and see what everyone's cracking
Got to
on
be a
about.
banker.
I even found some
For now.
really cool things about the chat
You-
we did last time.
Was it?
There's smiley faces.
Truth
Just
be
because
told,
you
it's
can
Where are we
smiley
going?
face people.
Okay.
Painting is nice, but I often
Are they
feel
going to
like
follow?
when one
Yes, they're going to follow me. Okay.
purpose.
Oh no, going in the
Does that
wrong
make sense?
direction.
I'd rather contribute more practically, more directly. Architecture, perhaps, or anatomy. I'm not content merely to capture the world. I want to change it.
Ah, there we go. That fixes
Leonardo.
things.
I have no
And my
doubt
laptop's
you'll go on
dying.
to do great things.
It literally was on 100% when we started the stream.
Time to plug that bad boy in.
Could be worse. You know, when we recorded on Friday, after we did the recording and I was editing, I went to get a drink, come back, and I thought the laptop had died, but instead it put itself on sleep mode. And it shut down Audacity
Ooh.
and all the progress. And I was
Press
like, that is
open
just
hand to drop.
evil.
Okay, there we go.
Thank you for your help, son.
Rather than
Don't
causing
let
have to
me
climb
keep
battle.
you from your other
And
duties.
It was
oh,
nice to meet you, Ezio.
the
I
battlement's
hope our
part of
paths cross
the
again.
raids that you have to do in Valhalla and on sieges. Because I was really not a fan of the sieges.
The
I kept
sieges.
dying. Yes, I think it's sieges. You know those big cinematic battles you have to do after every.
Oh, we're talking about
Alliance.
Valhalla, right? Not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were
No.
talking about Assassin's Creed 2, and I'm thinking, I remember the start of Brotherhood with the Battle of Monteriggioni, but I don't remember any sieges. And then I thought, my immediate thought was, not that I was guessing the wrong game, but it was just some more content that I'd completely forgotten to play. So, all good.
1 second, I'll plug us in.
Hey,
There is
Claudia.
something about
How
content.
are
I've
you?
just figured out.
You shouldn't keep things from me.
It's Duccio.
What of him?
Right, let's go and beat the shit out of Duccio.
Unfaithful.
Who told you this?
The other girls. I thought they were my friends.
So, because I've got the Ezio collection of all the
I
DLC,
loved him.
No,
um,
Claudia.
apparently
He should
you
suffer
can't
for what
access the
he's done.
DLC from a menu. It's just
I'll go have a word
extra
with him.
memories after you've completed the game. So I think it's like memory 12 is the Bonfire of Venice or something. Which I don't
Bonfire of
even
the
know
Vanities.
That's the one. I didn't even know that existed.
I
didn't
think
even know
this is what
Assassin's
we
Creed had
discussed on
DLC.
the episode, wasn't it? Because on
Yeah.
PC, or at least playing it after all these many years, there's it isn't it's not DLC that's in the menu. It just plays. It's just there, and you just go and do it. So that's what I did with the Battle of Forley and the Bonfire of the Vanities. I just played them. I didn't know they were extra content. God damn, killing those guys in the Bonfire of the Vanities, that was so challenging.
I'm excited to play it because I've never actually played the DLCs.
Really?
Because, as I said, I didn't have Wi-Fi, so I didn't know they existed.
Ah, of course, yeah. So it wasn't available on the disc then when you bought it. You had to buy it afterwards or download it afterwards, I guess.
Yeah, and that's what kind of like is really annoying about video games.
Sorry, I just spotted something. So there's the animation here of the guy sweeping the streets. It's just funny. And of course, why change it? It doesn't matter. But it's the same animation that you get in Liberation and I think in Black Flag, in that series of games, just of the street sweepers. It's just funny to see the same animation being used.
Yeah, so I was going to say, the one thing I just hate about gaming is you pay so much for a video game, and then you realise you've got to pay more for a DLC. And it kind of like gets on my nerves that I got Odyssey, and then I had to pay £15 because there was a sale on to get the season pass. And it's like, I only wanted it for Assassin's Creed 3 Remaster.
There he is.
I didn't want the DLC, I just wanted the new game.
Right, let's beat up Duccio.
Oh, I love this mission. And before you beat up Duccio, you see that big building in front of you?
Mm-hmm.
When I first played the game, when it launched 2009, I tried to scale it, and I died. I replayed at Christmas, scaled the same building, died again.
Why did you die? What, because you fell off, or...?
Yeah, I kept falling.
No.
I can't scale it even after all these years. I can't scale it.
Ezio, my friend.
Gotcha.
I love this. He's
What are you talking about?
beating up Duccio.
Saw the gift you gave her. Heard the things
Oh,
you said.
Duccio.
Maybe your sister shouldn't be so stingy with her virtù.
Duccio's face is a
Broke her
picture.
heart.
Ha! And now I'm going to break your face. The auditore is all talking, but when it comes time for action, ha!
You'll regret never opening your mouth.
When you've grabbed
I
someone,
could have taught your sister a great many.
headbutt them,
She's lucky
kick
to
them,
have had
yes,
someone
and punch them. Nice. Can you grab them? Oh, you can pick them up and grab them again. Excellent. Kick,
Perfect.
kick, kick. This is too much fun.
James has found a new mechanic.
This is great. I don't think I ever grabbed anyone the first time or headbutted anyone the first time I played this. It's too much fun.
Basta, mi arrendo.
Yeah, you yield. Damn right.
Why is Duccio using the male equivalent of my question mark language? I did not know this was a thing, but I can barely speak English, so I am not wise to understand other languages.
What
I
did
failed
Louis
French.
say? Why is Duccio using the male equivalent of my...
Question mark.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Is question mark you not wanting to swear in chat? Or is it...
Probably, but language is confusing. We even had this chat in this sort of server how Britain has breakfast, dinner, tea, and also a drink called tea.
Don't forget supper.
There is supper.
11sies. Breakfast. Second
Right,
breakfast.
Okay, that's what I have to ask. Is 11s? Ah, so the male version is Mio and the female is Mia.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
Ah, there he is.
What are you doing out here, Pepe?
Alright, that makes
Duccio
sense.
said amore mio.
I want those feathers.
What for?
It's a secret.
If I get them
Because
That
it's
was-
his love
Yes, I promise.
rather than her love? Or does it take the gender of the object of the sentence, I guess. Either subject of the sentence. I don't know. Not a grammar person.
I'm dyslexic. What is it? I forgot what I was saying then.
Collect all the feathers. Oh, okay. Are they on the roofs, aren't they? All in various inaccessible places, I think. Oh, there's one. Okay. Yes, they put a big white marker. Feather required. Alright. Where are we going now?
I've always wondered, does Italy actually have eagles?
Yeah, most countries have some sort of bird of prey.
Does England have eagles?
We've got peregrine falcons nesting in our town on the church spire. It's amazing.
That is epic.
I know. Oh, there's a feather.
I know Cumbria has ospreys. I've seen them, but I've always wondered, like, is there actual eagles? Whenever I play against, like, you need to, like, go to these eagle vision points. I'm like, but they look like pigeons, not eagles.
Feather required. Nice.
God, this mission was timed.
Yeah. Talk about adding extra pressure. I thought I'd never make it.
I hate timed missions in Assassin's Creed. I don't know. I think there's the mission in Black Flag that's timed, and to get 100% on it is just hell. But I can't remember which mission, or if it even was Black Flag. No, I think it's Black Flag. Yeah, there's a mission that you have to chase a ship before it disappears, and get 100% is just a nightmare.
I will. In time.
Okay, Louise says the question marks were confusion. Gotcha, Louise.
That
All
makes
clear.
sense.
Obviously, thank you for not swearing in chat, or whatever. All right, let's interact. What next? So we've helped out our brothers, our sister, our mother, our father. We've met the family.
These packages delivered to associates of mine in the city.
Now it's Hugh the Great Betrayal.
From a pigeon coop not too far from here.
Va bene. I'll get it done.
Va bene.
Come back here when you're finished. There are some things we need to discuss. And
I never expected when I first played this for them just to get
out of trouble.
twist it so they get betrayed by someone that they thought was a friend.
Oh, dude, spoilers! Come on.
Oh no! I spoiled the game from 2009.
Complete all 3 errands. Okay. How do I know which one is closest? I suppose I don't. I'll just take the left-hand target and go there first.
Ah.
I don't know this city at all, so I have no idea where I'm going.
Just go where your heart wants you to go. That's my method for the games. Just
oh, of course, he doesn't blend with crowd. Okay. Yes, you have to actually be in specific groups to blend.
I never noticed that. I could blend with everybody.
No, you've got to. It's got to be. What they're not dancers, are they? Prostitutes or thieves, I think. I think. I'm not certain.
I always thought it was just because they got his assassin's robes and automatically learned to hide in plain sight.
I could be totally wrong, mate. Oh, there's the pigeon coop. Right. Okay.
To be honest, these games were a bit confusing to understand how they played when they first came out. I think I spent half my time just wondering what the heck I was doing.
It says hold little icon of a camera in a circle to use a contextual camera, but it doesn't tell you what key on the keyboard is little camera in a circle. If you want to talk about UI and accessibility, this is just baffling. So, contextual camera is T. All right, didn't know that. Good to know.
So I'm wrong then. When I was playing the Ezio collection, I saw the contextual camera pop up quite a lot, and I just assumed that that was a new feature for Assassin's Creed's Ezio collection, but seeing it on Assassin's Creed 2, I didn't actually notice that feature when I played it in 2009.
Over here.
God shows how much I remember. Been too long.
I have a delivery from
Giovanni Auditore?
Yes.
Were you followed?
No. Why would I be followed?
Give me the package. Tell your father that they're moving tonight. He should as well.
Who's moving? What's going on here? Wait, come back. Explain yourself.
Mercenaries. What do the mercenaries do in this game again?
Can't climb that wall. There we go. We'll take a ladder. It's quicker. Who needs parkour when you've got a ladder?
Maybe you can't just pick up a ladder and move it. That would be so much fun if the game's allowed you to pick up objects to make your own parkour routes.
That would be cool.
I think I'll probably spend more time doing parkour then.
Damn it. And he just died. Didn't die, but... I know it's blasphemy, but I never really got on with the parkour in this game.
Parkour is a hit and miss for everybody. I can't even do the parkour in Unity properly, so...
Ah, now you're talking. That's my game. Oh, I'm not going on the roofs for this one. I'm going down. Okay. Oh, we're going down there. Okay, right.
Further down.
You Giovanni's kid?
No, idiota. He just happens to look exactly like the man.
Give it here.
So what game does everybody think we should check out next week? Or is it, well, next stream? Maybe Horizon?
I could stream Horizon Zero Dawn from the PC. I've only played Horizon Zero Dawn once. Actually, I finished Horizon main story and the expansion the day before Valhalla launched. So it was straight from Horizon into Valhalla. And I would love playing Forbidden West now. Oh, I would love to go back to Zero Dawn and play it again. But I must finish this one first.
I don't think I ever played the DLC for Zero Dawn. I didn't know it had a DLC.
Yeah, Frozen Wilds expansion. It's kind of a I mean, it's obviously in the... Oops, I forgot the wrong combination of keys there. It's set in the same... It's all the same thing, but it's like a standalone expansion.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, I see. We're on the other side of the house. Didn't know that either. Okay. See, there's no way to like aim your jumps. I guess you're just not supposed to jump, which makes sense. But anyway.
That's why half the game you're just winging it.
Oh god, yeah.
At least somebody agree. You're just winging it. Where you going?
Father? Federico.
Uh-oh.
Whoop.
Oh, missed an interaction. Took my hands off the keyboard.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
The
What
interaction.
happened? Where is
I don't think
everyone?
it's a big
They
interaction.
took your father and brothers to the Palazzo della Signoria, to prison.
And my mother, my sister,
Ezio.
Claudia.
Oop, they all that.
Are you all right?
Yes, but mother...
Oh yeah, that interaction.
She's in
If you
shock.
do it on time, you
They-
catch the candlestick
When
instead.
she resisted.
It's not a
safe
very
here.
big interaction, to be
There's
honest.
no place you can take them.
Okay.
Yes, yes, to my sisters.
Good. Do that. In the meantime, I'll go see my father.
Be careful, Messer Ezio. The guards
Claudia.
were looking for you as well.
Oh dear. Let's go. Climb the Palazzo Tower to Giovanni's cell. Alright.
It's an easy mission. Climb a building.
I'm probably supposed to walk, but I'm going to run because I've got stuff to do.
Run so you don't get caught.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not guilty of any crimes if they don't catch you.
That meme where like for Assassin's Creed where there's like no one to grass if there's no one alive.
Exactly.
The Jacob Fry method. There's no one to ask questions if no one's alive.
Am I climbing that building, am I? Jeez.
I believe so.
Shit. Better get my climbing boots on. There's a guard there. Do I... Alright. We can do some hand-to-hand combat. Why not?
Why not?
Oops.
It took me 10 minutes to climb this building because I totally forgot which route you're supposed to go.
I have no idea which way I'm supposed to be going, so I'm kind of guessing.
That's how it works. You guess and you wing it.
Oh, he doesn't switch the... Oh, he does switch ladders. There we go. Yeah. Can't assassinate anyone yet.
Restricted area.
Oh, that camera's frustrating. Right. That's one guy dealt with. Oh, there's a synchronization point here. I should probably synchronize while I'm here.
I like how you just knock people out and then steal the stuff.
Well...
They're not going to need it.
Oh, this is where I'm heading. This is the jail cell, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Ezio.
Yes, perfect.
Father, what's happened?
Took a bit of a beating, but I'm all right. What of your mother and sister?
Safe now.
I'm sleepy.
Yeah, me too. We'll finish after this memory.
Wait, you knew this would happen?
Not the way it did, and not this soon.
Hello, Giovanni. Are you okay?
Doesn't matter now.
What do you mean? Explain.
There's no time. Listen closely. Return to the house. In my office is a hidden door. Use.
Hey, this is definitely one hell of a way to
Beyond
start
light,
Assassin's Creed 2 before you become an
everything you
assassin.
find inside. Much of it may seem strange to you, but all of it is important. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Among the contents is a letter, and with it some documents. I need you to take these documents to Mr.
Use your
Roberto.
talent.
He was with me in the office this morning.
The Gonfalonieri.
I wonder why you never actually trained Ezio to be an assassin and kept
Well,
it from him.
you know, it might have been good to have at least taught them the basics, mightn't it?
He said go, Ezio. Go now.
That's why I always wonder why. I know Ethan Fry's method was one of the best methods, but it doesn't seem like many of the people seem to just train the children. They're just like, you'll figure it out.
Mm.
Ezio's like, I can do stuff with my senses. Figure it out. Oh, alright.
Imagine how useful they would have been if they'd have been taught properly.
Now, that's actually quite an interesting thought. If Ezio was trained from a young age, how skillful would he really be?
Well, he might have been as skillful as the Fry twins, who were trained from an early age.
But then again, their training was less strict than the training Ezio probably would have had. If I remember correctly. Because I know in the Underworld, Ethan's very much on that thing of, I'll train them so they learn how to train themselves.
Yeah.
Which, yes, I haven't got that far in Underworld, but I think he will have given his kids a bit more issues. But I did wonder that maybe his method of, you know, his teach yourselves is why Jacob's like, well, I want to be a crime lord. That's how I'm going to be an assassin, is going to run a crime syndicate called the Rooks.
Mm.
Which, now that Louise is in the chat and you were here, so I don't have to spam you on Discord, who was he ever? Oh, that's actually a good quote. Was Ezio ever going to train? Was his dad ever going to train Claudio or Petruchio? I don't think he would have. I think he never would have trained Ezio.
No.
Just circumstances caused Ezio to be thrust into it. Yeah, so Syndicate question from the book. I always thought the Rooks for Jacob's gang was just a made-up name, but there's a lot of reference to rookeries in the books, which are like the slums of London. I wonder if is that where Jacob got the name for the street gang from? Or did he probably just make it up in his head?
It's a good question. It's all about birds, isn't it? Eagles, jackdaws, rooks.
Here's me thinking it was about the slums.
Eagle bearers, you know. It's all about birds in Assassin's Creed.
That's it. Assassin's Creed just started because people like bird watching.
Yeah, exactly. It's the real story.
Nothing.
We've got a thing for birds, guys. Let's make a game. All right.
We like birds. We're not bothered about assassins or Templars. We just want to talk about birds of a feather.
Damn it. Messed that up.
I am now going to be wondering for a while, Louise, if Ezio's dad was ever going to train them in the ways of the assassins, or was he just trying to hide his children from that life? Damn it, Assassin's Creed, why do you have more questions than answers?
Keeps the fan base guessing.
I know, I still can't believe I go on the wiki and start finding stuff that I never even knew about all these years.
Oh god, there's so much.
But one question I have lingering just from reading books and looking at transmedia, well, the wiki, why does a lot of the transmedia give you more of that grey area vibe for the assassins, where the games kind of paint assassins in that hero light, if that makes sense?
Maybe it's easier to sell or easier to explain the characters from if they're more black and white.
Yeah, but I like the grey versions.
So do
I. It's
so
why.
Well, can't wait for us to be able to publish our Derby interview, because he talks just about that, doesn't he? You know, those are stories he would rather write.
I think that's why, like, I would agree with anyone who says that Black Flag is one of the best, because that story of seeing the assassins in that new light is actually actually the uniquest part of the franchise, in my opinion. Okay, so the book never actually mentions why it names them the Rooks, so we could just both say either birds or birds or birds. Just birds. Everything is birds. But I like to think that Giovanni would have done. He works with female assassins, so he surely wouldn't be opposed to ideas by the kids. So maybe like he was waiting until they're like a certain age or mature enough, like maybe, not to be rude, but it's always a bit of a run around kind of person. Maybe Giovanni just didn't think that Ezio was ready to take on the mantle of an assassin just yet, because he's a bit of a playboy. I think Claudio would have made an amazing assassin. But I could be biased on that one.
Right, as we're here overlooking the River Arno, I think it's time to end.
The river... okay, wait, one last thing from chat. See, Giovanni wouldn't have trained Petruchio because of his sickness, right? That would make sense. Claudio is the question. Would Maria have allowed it?
That's a fair point.
That actually is... yeah. I wonder if she would have allowed it. I think she might have allowed it, but I could be wrong.
Do you know what I'm thinking we need to do next time we do one of these streams? We should just get Louise and Visions in the chat, in the actual chat.
Yeah.
I can mess about on the controls, and you three can chat about all things Assassin's Creed, lore, characters, whatever. Why not?
I think I just need to grab all three of them onto a podcast about something random.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, I think that's all we've got time for on tonight's stream.
I think so.
Hopefully, we'll be back in another 2 weeks to stream something cool.
Yeah, definitely. We'll pick something, I don't know, related to one of our recent episodes, or I don't know. We'll think of something.
See, if it's an episode af... I wonder. I'm trying to think. We need dinosaur Assassin's Creed. That's what we're...
You and dinosaurs. My God.
Hey, until people hear this Derby episode and they realise that it's not dinosaurs, it's saber-toothed tigers, then they'll know I was not mad.
Yeah, true.
I was slightly crazy, not full mad. So, thanks everyone for tuning in and stream, and hopefully we'll be back soon for another fun stream.
Yeah, it's been fun. See you all soon.
See you soon.
Bye.